All right, all right. Coming back. Hope everybody's doing well. In this video, I want to talk about the thoughts that we have, the evil thoughts. And most people think because, okay, I'm following the Lord now, that they're not going to have no evil thoughts no more. And when you think about what you think a lot and how it is a sin, when you think about things in your mind, when you lusting in your mind, when you plotting to do evil against somebody in your mind. See, I don't know about y'all, but it took me a while to get to where I'm at now. Because I told you how I grew up. And if somebody did something to me, my first reaction, my first thing was to get back at them. And I'm the same way my dad is, but it took me a while to get away from that. And Pop will tell you in a minute, he ain't all the way there. And I can say I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I thank the Lord I'm not where I used to be. On a daily basis, we are tempted. You got people that'll cuss you out and do things to you, do things to you when you trying your best to do right. And you got people walking around here like they don't deal with this type of stuff. Let me tell you something. I ain't forgot how to do a whole lot of things. And it's only God. Because if JT don't die to himself daily, I wouldn't make it, people. I wouldn't make it. And this is why I did that video talking about Black History Month. Black people versus black people. I always hollering at and getting mad at the white man. And I know I'm going to make a bunch of people mad with that video because I told the truth about us. And these evil thoughts, let me tell you something. I had a whole bunch of them going through my mind today. And what I had to really catch myself. Man, if you're looking at me, brother, PP drawings, y'all know from a man's standpoint also. That's why I'm calling out y'all name. And K-Ray, I know you feel me because you came from where I came from. I had to really catch myself today because when I went up to the store earlier, K-Ray, I go up there sometime to check on my uncle. He sits out there, my handicapped uncle on his bike. And as I was getting out the truck, I seen this young man disrespect the older man so bad. So bad, man. All because he wouldn't take him nowhere. So the youngster just started cussing this older man out. This older man maybe probably was about, I would say about 63 or 64. He wasn't real old, like 80 and up. He was probably about 64. Anyway, he was an elder to that young man. That young man probably was 21 years old. And just because he didn't take him around, he said, I ain't got time to be taking you around, brother. And the youngster started cussing the man out so bad. And before I knew it, K-Ray, he done swung at the man and hit and blindsided the man. Hit the man so hard the man fell down and rolled up under the truck. Rolled up under this car, I mean. And as I saw that man hit the ground, you know how you get that adrenaline running, K-Ray? My heart started pumping fast because I wanted to go grab that youngster and whoop the hell out of him. And this is what made it even worse. He went around and started bragging about it. And I said, probably before this night is over, that old man gonna probably come back up there with his gun and blast that youngster away. But my point is, the evil thoughts that ran through my mind just that quick. I didn't care nothing about grabbing no Bible. I wasn't finna pray for that young man. You know what I was about to do, K-Ray? I was 2 seconds. Because as he started screaming, I'm knocking out everybody tonight. Young niggas and old niggas. This is what he said. I'm knocking out young niggas and old niggas. And it messed up my mind because he walked by my truck and he looked at me like this. And I opened up my door. You know me, K-Ray. I looked at him dead in his eyes because I like to look a man in their eyes. But he didn't say nothing to me. But he walked on by. Just from when I blinked my eyes, I was about to just close my door. But the Holy Ghost. See, this is why I'm not like I used to be. But yes, I have evil thoughts. I was 2 seconds off that young man. I'm just being real, people. Because when he looked at me, that look did something to me like, you want some of this? And K-Ray, I had $100 in my pocket. You know what I was about to do? I was finna say, look here, youngster. Here go $100. I will give this to you if you can knock me out like you just did that old man. See, these youngsters nowadays, man, a lot of them ain't nothing but cowards. They blindside people and jump people, and they think they're beating people up. See, K-Ray, we wasn't like that growing up. You fought your own battle. But see, I knew from thinking in my mind, this is why I think before I do anything. I said, yeah, I could have probably whooped the hell out that young man, and then he would have came back after me. And here it is. He would either gonna shoot me or I was gonna shoot him. because these youngsters can't take no whooping these days. They can't take no whooping. And he was hollering and bragging, and right then I said, that's how quick it is to lose focus. And as I walked in the store, when I came out of the store, the old man, they was helping him get off the ground, K-Ray, and right there at A+, man. And I was just looking, and that dude was still out there talking noise, man. And he said he didn't have no respect for the older people. I'm knocking out anybody tonight. And I had my little grin on my face, K-Ray, you know how I do. But the Lord wouldn't allow me to speak. So I went back in my truck. And it took me a while to leave, because in JT heart, see, God already knew my heart. That's why I don't get on camera and lie. JT wanted to whoop him, because I used to love the box growing up. K-Ray, you remember how we used to do, go on this street, go on that street. I used to love to box, because I used to always want the biggest person. And I learned something growing up. The ones that do all this talking, that talk the most noise, are the scariest ones and the first ones to get whooped. And I felt sorry for that older man. That's why I wanted to fight, man. I couldn't stop that. Oh, K-Ray, I was fresh off the weights, too. I done already got pumped up, man. Man, I can't explain that feeling, but you know that feeling I'm talking about. I just wanted to say, come on with it, man. I give you matter of fact, I'll give you $200 if you can knock me out. Cowards, man. This is why I hate Black History Month, because this is all we do. And it wasn't so to the point that I was angry about Black History Month or whatever, because the way we treat each other. I was mad because he disrespected the elder. And I have much respect for elders. I don't care what they are doing. I respect them, because that's the way JT was brought up. And to see him cussing out all them old folks going in the store, mind their business, it did something to me, K-Ray. I actually opened up that door, man, and said, as I was getting ready to get back out, the Lord said, what you doing, JT? There you go, thinking for yourself. There you go, trying to get that ain't even your problem, but it felt like my problem. Because as I seen that man hit the ground, I had a vision in my mind of that young man hitting the ground. And I said, all I need is a half a second. I'm going to knock him out just because he can't pull his pants up. While he reaching for his britches, he'll be unconscious after I get through with him. But to sit up and brag and boast about, oh, I knocked that old man out. And what's sad, he going to go back and tell all his homeboys, yeah, man, I did this, whoop, whoop, I had knocked him out, woody, whoop this, woody, whoop that. Man, you ain't did nothing, man. But that was the old me, came back for a minute. Let me say this, sometimes that old you want to come up out of you. P.P. Drawings, you told me about that a while back in the comment. You say you got to die to yourself daily, because if you don't, let me tell you something, if you don't have God, this is why JT, oh, hallelujah, I know that there is a God, because the way I think sometimes, I have lustful thoughts. I seen this fine woman walk in the store while that's probably what took my mind off that fight too. I seen this fine woman walk in the store, and oh man, I said she got a great future behind her, because she had a great butt on her. She was fine, and she was respectful. And she walked back out and said, what is going on out here? I said, a typical day on the block. Youngsters, man. Let me tell you something, youngsters, if you're looking at this video, it's always somebody better than you. See, I didn't pick fights growing up. People might have came up to me. I wasn't no bully. I didn't, K-Ray, you know me, I didn't bother nobody, but I will hold mine if you came up and messed with me. See, that's why I'm naturally crazy. This is why I can't smoke weed. I can't get drunk, because I would be a fool. All of my friends smoke weed that I know. And every time they used to try to pass it to me, they'll say, no, JT naturally high. Don't give him no weed, because he'll try to beat up everybody. I'm naturally crazy in a good way. But what I learned now, K-Ray, I'm more crazy about the Lord. Forget about the streets. Man, streets will get you killed. But I just had to do this about evil thoughts, because just not too long ago before I came home, I was about ready to snap, man. And I said, if people would learn to think about consequences first, they'll stop making a whole lot of choices. Now, you know that youngster got to look over his shoulder, man. He gonna have to look over his shoulder, because I had that vision. I said, you know what, that man gonna come back up here. K-Ray, you know how it go out here, man. You know how it go. You don't whoop nobody nowadays and they take a butt whooping. Nah, they coming back to kill you. My old partner across the street used to always say, man, that if you fight a youngster nowadays, you might as well kill them because they're going to come back to kill you. This is why JT don't try to get into it with nobody. Because I know folks, man, ain't no fight no more. It's pulling the trigger. That's why I try to treat everybody right and mind my own business. But that messed up me for a minute, y'all. That messed me up. I said, I just did that video talking about Black History Month. And I said, how about we try a month without fighting each other, without killing each other, without robbing each other. And then I go to the store to check on my uncle, and this is what I got to see. Young man out there disrespecting the old man. Black on black. Do you think the police showed up? Nah. They didn't show up. And I'm guaranteed somebody called the police because it was a pretty nice crowd out there. That's why I heard, man, and when the police show up, somebody already did. But to disrespect us, man, I mean, disrespect the older person. I mean, it's some senior citizens can't even walk in. They don't even go to certain stores no more because of the youngsters on the front, man, cussing out everybody. And it's hard, man, especially when, you know, that's why I tell people I'm not religious. I tell you in a minute, you gonna make me lose my religion? I don't have none. I got a relationship. You can't make me lose my relationship with God. But I'm spiritual. But that side of me came out today. Evil thoughts planted in your mind, which you can see it. You can see what you can do to somebody. And you know that you can do it. You know, hey, trust me, people, I'm not the baddest person in the world. I'm not the greatest fighter in the world. But I tell you something. I know how to get folks up off me. And I mean that out the realness. And when you come up in the hood and you done been through a lot, all you knew wasn't the K-Ray was either you was going to fight, or you was going to get initiated in the gang, or you was going to sell dope, or you was going to be dead or something. Because you can go in certain parts of the town right now, and if you ain't from their neighborhood, they'll jump you. They'll shoot you. They'll stab you. You can have on the wrong color and still get killed in some of these places, people. And that's why I just walk around sticking to myself. If I had K-Ray with me today, I guarantee you K-Ray would have said something. And it probably would have been vice versa because I probably would have had to grab my boy K-Ray and say, let's go, man. Because K-Ray, you know who I'm talking about. I won't reveal his name, but I'm going to show him to you. You already know who I'm talking about. Because as we was taught to respect our elders. But that one moment, I wanted to give that boy $100 and say, try that mess on me. I guarantee you. I wanted to say, I'll pray that he say something to me. This is how I was thinking. PP Drawings, I know you feel me, boy. I wanted him. That's what's crazy. I wanted him to say something to me. And JT was going to lay him out right there in front of everybody. And what was going to be my point? What would have been my point? You see what I'm saying? That's why I think before I do something. But that, if I didn't have God, I probably would be on the news tonight. Y'all be seeing me in handcuffs. But that's the God that I serve. He convicts me right when I have these evil thoughts. And I can hear the Lord laugh and say, now you know better. Why would you get involved in that? Then you'll be probably having problems the rest of your life. Then you have to get into it with his homeboys. His homeboys will come looking for you. I can deal without all of that. But my point is, we wasn't always there. This is why people do not change overnight. You don't change overnight, so stop expecting people to be saved like you are. When it took you, I don't know how long. So with that being said, we all have these thoughts. You got somebody you mad at right now, you wish you can do something to them. While they sitting up wishing they going to do something to you. And what's crazy, some of them going to do something to you. But there go that thing about forgiveness. We got to forgive and move on. So with that being said, evil thoughts, they cross my mind all the time. I'm in the flesh. I ain't in the spiritual body yet. But I'm trying my best to get there. Love everybody. See you on the next one.